sa inyong nag-iisang himpilan, Cool FM. Mapapacool ka dito!
You're listening to Cool FM. Cool FM is a TVH Group of Networks radio station. Sondo's greatest hits are here. You are listening to Cool FM. Live from Cool Studios. This is koolNews Primetime.
Good evening and welcome to koolNews Primetime. I am Cairo, and now let's get into the top stories for tonight. Senator Risa Hontiveros said the revelation of the Commission on Elections COMELEC that Alice Guo's fingerprints have matched those of Chinese national Guo Huaping only affirmed the various lapses in law and regulations of the country's institutional systems. In a statement on Friday, Hontiveros said she's no longer surprised about the revelation, noting that the National Bureau of Investigation already proved that Alice Guo and Guo Huaping are one. Gayunpaman, nakakalipot na rin na may Chinese national na naging alcalde ng isang bayan sa Pilipinas, said Hontiveros. However, it is still shocking that a Chinese national became the mayor of the town in the Philippines. This also affirms the various lapses in the laws and regulations of many institutional systems, from the Philippine Statistics Authority to the COMELEC. Those are here, and the Senate continues to address these shortcomings, she added. Concluding her remarks, the opposition senator called on Guo to finally appear before the Senate, pointing out that her life would not be normal if she continued to evade the upper chamber's arrest order. The Senate early issued an arrest order against Guo and 7 others for refusing to appear at the Committee on Women's hearing on July 10, despite due notice. The document stated that Guo's refusal to appear before the Senate delayed, impeded, and obstructed the inquiry into the reported violation of human trafficking, serious illegal detention, and physical abuse and torture in the premises of an internet gaming licensee of the Philippine Amusement Gaming Corporation. Guo is subjected to scrutiny after the Senate panel on women barred her alleged ties to illegal poker firm Suan One Technology Incorporated in Bamban Tarlac. Oh, and I just saw that there's no lower thirds on therapy, if you mind fixing, and also you forgot to unmute your TOC thingy, you forgot to unmute. Okay, we'll continue here. Questions about her citizenship were also raised, leading to allegations that she is a Chinese spy, which she vehemently denied. The Department of Social Welfare and Development said it accomplished one of its largest releases of aid in a short period of time, having distributed at least 1,073,000 food packs to date. In an abridged interview on Friday, DSWD Secretary Rex Gatchalian said the aid is meant to cater to residents of Metro Manila, Central Luzon, and Calabarzon, who were affected by the recent onslaught of tropical Cyclone Karina that enhanced the southwest monsoon. They began distributing the aid on Wednesday. We already released 1,073,000 family food packs. That's the largest release. One of the largest release in such a short period of time. A lot of them went to Central Luzon and the NCR, and a few to 4A Kachilian tour reporters. You can imagine, we can produce, but if we can't bring it to the place, it's a waste of effort, he added. According to Kachilian, all pending requests for family food packs will be cleared by August 4. We will clear all pending requests by Sunday. So that means all the pending requests of the local government units for family food packs are done. And let me know that some of them just arrived this week, said Kachilian. Excuse me. This, according to the cabinet official, is pursuant to President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr.'s directive to distribute aid even after the May disaster to help Filipinos bounce back and recover. Gatchalian was with Senator Joe Villanueva in Pasay City on Friday as they oversaw the turnover ceremony and inspection of 11 DSWD delivery trucks and heavy-duty forklifts at the DSWD National Resource Operations Center. The total project cost of 46.6 million pesos was funded through Senator Villanueva's disaster response allocation. In the same Embash interview, Villanueva emphasized the need to invest in projects that immediately help Filipinos. He particularly took a swipe at the Department of Public Works and Highways' proposed 20 billion pesos budget for feasibility studies in 2025. My point here is, we have to invest the right way. We have to invest in capacitating our manpower. Our manpower in the different agencies and departments of our government. It is a great honor for me to be part of such projects, said Villanueva. These are the projects that, at the end of the day, not just capacitate and empower our human resources in the government. It also helps our people. It also lessens the rate to delay time. A class suit is being eyed against those responsible for the 3 recent maritime mishaps in Bataan, Justice Secretary Jesus Crispin Remula said on Friday. We're looking into the angle of class suit already against the owners and others who may be responsible for this, he said in an Embash interview after an interagency meeting with the Philippine Coast Guard and Deputy Governor John Vic Remula. The lawsuit here continues because we have seen a real crime committed here, Remula added. The Justice Chief noted that they discovered significant findings, pointing out that there was an interconnection among the 3 incidents. We have significant findings today, which we will reveal in due time, he said. Remula said the pieces of evidence are sufficient to file complaints against those responsible for the sunken motor tankers and vessels. Yes, definitely. We're not talking about an accident here. We're talking about crime. A crime was committed against our people, he said. All 3 are interconnected, I believe, especially the first 2, he added. Motor tanker Terra Nova sank off Limay Bataan last July 25. The PCG said in an advisory also released on Friday that they are currently securing a second layer spill boom at ground zero to disperse escaping oil. It added that private vessels are also working to stabilize oil spill booms and conducting sea surveillance for possible oil sightings. Another tanker, the MTKR Jason Bradley, also capsized due to bad weather in the waters of Bataan last July 27. PCG said they are still monitoring the area and are on standby to utilize all dispersants if necessary. The MV Mirola 1, which was carrying diesel oil, also ran aground in shallow waters off the coast of Seto Quiapo, Barangay Bian, in Mariveles last July 31st, causing the ship to tip over. The PCG said it is likewise on the lookout for possible oil slicks. Several groups and individuals filed a petition at the Supreme Court on Friday against the diversion of 89.9 billion pesos of Philippine Health Insurance Corporation excess funds to unprogrammed appropriations in the national budget. Petitioners were Senator Coco Pimentel, Ernesto Faraxio, Junes Larsa Malgar, Celo Macno, Mariam Dominga, Celilia Padilla, Dante Gatmaytan, Ibarra Gutierrez, sentro ng mga nakakaisa at progresipong manggagawa Incorporated, Public Service Labor Independent Confederation Foundation Incorporated, and Philippine Medical Association. The respondents, on the other hand, are Finance Secretary Raf Recto, the House of Representatives represented by Speaker Ferdinand Martin Romualdez, the Senate represented by Senate President Francis Escudero, Executive Secretary Lucas Persamin, and PhilHealth represented by ex-President Emmanuel Ledesma Jr. The petitioners questioned Department of Finance Circular number 003-2024, which directs the transfer of unused subsidies from government-owned and controlled corporations, especially PhilHealth, to the National Treasury to support the government's unprogrammed appropriations. Today, we will file a case questioning the constitutionality of this DOF circular that takes funds from PhilHealth, and we will also question the provision in the General Appropriations Act of 2024. Macdo, who is a former undersecretary at the DOF, told reporters moments before they formally submitted the petition. We believe this provision is unconstitutional and inconsistent with the existing laws, especially concerning the issue of universal health insurance. Macdo was referring to Special Provision 1D under Chapter XLII on unprogrammed appropriations in the 2024 General Appropriations Act. The petitioners asked the Supreme Court to undo and restrain the effects of the DOF circular and the supervision on the 2024 GAA until the case is resolved. Moreover, they also asked the High Court to issue a writ of prohibition to stop the DOF and other agencies from implementing the circular. The petitioners also argued that instead of transferring the funds to the National Treasury, they should be utilized to improve PhilHealth benefits instead. During the post-SONA discussions last July 24, Health Secretary Teodoro Herbosa assured the public that the billions in excess funds from PhilHealth will still be used within the health sector. Herbosa mentioned that over 20 billion pesos of the 89.9 billion pesos in excess funds were already used to pay the health emergency allowance of those who served at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. Macdo recognized the intuitive but also said there should not be an inter-exchange of government agencies' funds. It is very clear in the PhilHealth law that there are only two allowed uses for these funds. Either they expand our coverage as PhilHealth beneficiaries or lower the premiums, she said. It does not include using unspent PhilHealth funds to finance other government programs, Macdo added. Gillian Roque, Chief of Staff of the Public Service Labor Independent Confederation Foundation Incorporated, added they are really using the justification that the funds taken from PhilHealth will be used to pay for the HEA. Please don't pit health insurance against the health emergency allowance that they owe to the healthcare workers who served during the pandemic, she added. The group added that remitting PhilHealth's unauthorized subsidies back to the Treasury was also in violation of Section 11 of Republic Act No. 11223 or the Universal Health Care Act of 2019, which states that the excess of the PhilHealth Reserve Fund shall be used to increase the program's benefits and to decrease the amount of members' contributions. It is now 9:15 in the evening, and koolNews Primetime will be right back. Welcome back to koolNews Primetime. Satisfaction with President Ferdinand Bongbong R. Marcos Jr.'s performance dipped in March but started recovering in June based on a social weather station survey. In the report dated August 1st, SWS said Marcos' net satisfaction rating was at positive 20 in March 2024, down 27 points from the positive 47 score that he got in December 2023. However, it bounced back up to positive 27 based on a survey conducted by SWS from June 23 to July 1st. The net satisfaction rate for June 2024 was the aggregate score obtained, as 35% of respondents interviewed said they were satisfied with Marcos' performance, 28% were dissatisfied, and 50% were undecided. The National Social Weather Survey of June 23 to July 1st, 2024 found 55% of adult Filipinos satisfied, 50% undecided, and 28% dissatisfied with the performance of Ferdinand Marcos Jr. as president. Compared to March 2024, gross satisfaction with President Marcos rose from 50%, gross undecided fell from 90%, and gross dissatisfaction fell slightly from 31%, Social Weather Survey said. The resulting net satisfaction rating is positive 27, percentage satisfied minus percentage dissatisfied. Classified by Social Weather Survey as moderate positive 10 to positive 29, this is a 7-point increase from the moderate positive 20 in March 2024, following a decline from the good positive 47 in December 2023, it added. Still, Marcos' score for June 2024 was significantly lower compared to the positive 58 he got a year ago, or in June 2023, and his highest ever net satisfaction rating of positive 68 in December 2022. Satisfaction among respondents was highest in Luzon, with 60% saying they were okay with Marcos' performance, followed by 57% in Metro Manila, 55% in Visayas, and 46% in Mindanao. Dissatisfaction was highest in Mindanao at 41%, followed by Visayas at 28%, Metro Manila at 26%, and Balas Luzon at 28%. Marcos' rating was lower than that of his two predecessors during the same period. Former President Rodrigo Duterte, in his second year in office, got a positive 45 score in June 2018, whereas former President Benigno Aquino III got a positive 42 net satisfaction rating in May 2012. The Social Weather Survey said 9% of respondents said they said they expect Marcos to fulfill all or nearly all of his campaign promises. 17% said that many of the promises would be actualized. 48% said only some would be fulfilled, and 23% do not believe that the president's objectives will be attained. Combined, the 27% who were optimistic are those who believe Marcos can fulfill all, nearly all, or many of his promises were up in June 2024, compared to just 22% in March. In the past SWS surveys, the percentage of those who expected all or most President Gregorio Macapagal Arroyo's promises to be fulfilled were 19%, 5% all for or nearly all, most in September 2011, 2001, excuse me, and 23%, 8% all or nearly all, 50% most in August 2004. For Pres Benigno Simon Aquino III, it was 44%, 9% all or nearly all, 35% most in September 2010, and 63% or 22% all or nearly all, 41% most in June 2016, SWS said. For Pres Rodrigo Duterte, it was 56%, 50% all or nearly all, 41% most in September 2016 before it ranged from 35% to 67% from March 2017 to June 2022, and other. According to Social Weather Survey, this survey was conducted through face-to-face interviews with 1,500 Filipino adults, subdivided into 600 from Balas Luzon and 300 each from Metro Manila, the Visayas, and Mindanao. The SWS maintains a sampling error margin of positive negative 2.5% for national percentages, negative positive 4% for Balas Luzon, and positive negative 5% each for Metro Manila, with the Visayas, and Mindanao. In a public hearing on Tuesday, July 30, conducted by the Senate Committee on Health, chaired by Senator Christopher Bongo, top officials from the Department of Finance, Department of Budget and Management, and the Philippine Health Insurance Corporation, or PhilHealth, were questioned regarding the planned transfer of PhilHealth excess funds to the National Treasury and its implications on healthcare services. Ulitin ko, legally, baka meron kayong magandang sagot or palugsod. For me, this is unacceptable. Ang pondo para sa kalusugan ay dapat gamitin para proteksuhan ang kalusugan ng tambayan. Go set. To our finance managers, alam ko ginagawa inyong lang yung trabaho inyo, but please, as chair of this health committee, please prioritize health. Ang kalusugan ay katumas-tubas ng buhay ng bawat Pilipino. Anahin natin ang excess funds na gagamitin para sa anumang priority projects kung patay na ang Pilipino, he appealed. Google questioned whether it was morally or and legally right for the government to transfer funds intended for healthcare for other purposes. He emphasized that while there are other priorities that need to be funded, the health and well-being of Filipinos are of primordial concern. Unit tanong ko lang po, Secretary Recto, can you spare the health funds dito sa pagwawalis mo ng sobrang pondo? Spare the health funds, Go asked. Go highlighted the critical needs of the healthcare sector, pointing out that many patients struggle to afford essential services amid PhilHealth's substantial reserve funds. Ang daming po mga benefit packages. I am sure sa nakikinig na mga doctor dito, ang daming request na sana naman i-increase naman itong mga benefit packages namin. In response, the DOF Secretary Recto expressed gratitude for the opportunity to clarify misconceptions. He emphasized that the legal authorization for the DOF's actions stemmed from Republic Act No. 11975 or the General Appropriations Act of 2024. Rector clarified that the collection of unused funds from GOCCs, including PhilHealth, was legal and aimed at supporting economic growth. He noted that this process involved rigorous review and legal consultations. Regarding the planned transfer of 90 billion pesos to the National Treasury from PhilHealth, Rector assured that the funds will not be withdrawn all at once, nirespecto namin ang cash management operations ng PhilHealth. Kaya meron po tayong remittance schedule, hindi ito one time, big time. Rector also reassured that PhilHealth remains financially stable with a significant benefit chest fund, may not titirigang 500 billion pesos benefit chest fund ang PhilHealth. Ayon mismo sa kanila, labis-labis at kasya ito sa mga pararin para sa multi-year claims. Excuse me, I'm really tired. PhilHealth President Emmanuel Ledesma confirmed the existence of a substantial reserve fund and emphasized ongoing efforts to enhance benefit packages for all Filipinos who are PhilHealth members. However, Go questioned why there are excess funds in the first place that should have already been used to fulfill PhilHealth benefits for patients. He also questioned the rationale behind allocating 90 billion pesos of excess funds to other purposes when they could significantly enhance PhilHealth's service offerings. The senator highlighted specific areas where these funds could make a life-saving difference. Again, such as dialysis treatments, mental health services, and benefit packages for severe illnesses. He brought up real-life scenarios of patients desperate for these services, some of whom had resorted to extreme measures due to inadequate government support. He also highlighted the plight of ordinary Filipinos still struggling to access healthcare services despite PhilHealth's substantial reserves. He challenged the DESMA, puntahan yung hospital kung hindi ka ba tumugin doon sa mga hospital building. Subukan inyong lang po, samahan kita. Meanwhile, health reform activist Dr. Tony Lachon voices concern about the ethical implication of the fund transfer. The purported excess funds must be used instead to elevate the plight of the indigent patients in our health facilities. The said inappropriate transfer of funds is considered a violation of the law, primarily concerning the maintenance of PhilHealth, wherein the collection must be solely used to benefit its members. Similarly, Dr. Hector Santos Jr., president of the Philippine Medical Association, underscored the financial struggles faced by patients due to insufficient benefit packages despite the apparent availability of PhilHealth funds. With the existence of excess funds, Golden urged for the reduction in PhilHealth contribution rates to unburdened Filipinos. Hindi magtanggap ng mga medical experts natin, mga ordinary Filipino, mga medical workers natin, mga mahirap na mga pasyente na tutulog yung pondo dyan. Baka next year naman, kung tulog yung pondo kukunin na naman po ng Department of Finance, then sobrang yung pondo inyo. He urged PhilHealth to utilize its funds effectively and reduce the financial burden on citizens. Maraming po mga pasyente maghihigalo. Yalan inyo po yung mga hospital. Daming talagang namamatay na walang pambayad, uuwi na lang po. Alam ng tambayan yan. Nakikinig po yun. Kabawag talaga. Gawin inyo po ang inyong trabaho. The hearing ended with commitments from both PhilHealth and DOF to address the concerns raised, further improve PhilHealth packages, and recommend the reduction of PhilHealth contributions from its members. And now, as we head into the latest headlines, excuse me, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. on Friday called for the help of journalists in distinguishing facts from blatant lies in an era of unregulated social media, misinformation, and artificial intelligence. Marcos made the pronouncement during the taking of the Board of Trustees of the Association of Philippine Journalists, Samahan Pelaridel Foundation Incorporated at Malatanan. In this time of unregulated social media, of fake news, and artificial intelligence, now more than ever, we need your help in empowering our people to distinguish the truth from fiction and facts from blatant lies, said Marcos in the speech. The president himself was a victim of harmful AI-generated content when a deep fake video recording him supposedly ordering an attack on China circulated online. Marcos then recognized the invaluable role of a free press in ensuring a vibrant and functioning Philippine democracy by keeping the public informed of important news and events, which in turn sheds light on matters of public importance. You likewise help in holding public officers, including myself, accountable for our actions, recognizing our work when we do well, and pointing out shortcomings whenever our work does not measure up to our sworn duties, he said. The president also expressed hope that the APJ Samahan Pelaridel Foundation would continue upholding the integrity, ethics, and professional standards of journalism. Let your commitment to responsible, ethical, and fair reporting be the guide in inspiring your colleagues and aspiring journalists to follow your footsteps in the Fourth Estate, Marcos stated. He assured journalists of his administration's support in ensuring the safety and welfare of all media and committed to fostering an environment where they can continue to freely practice their profession. And lawmakers from the House of Representatives have heaped praise on the current administration's drug war, saying that the measurement for its success should be the number of drugs eradicated from the streets. Surigao del Norte 2nd District Representative Robert A. Barbers said that for a drug war, what should be of paramount importance is keeping the youth from being able to access illegal drugs. Para sa akin kasi, ang parameters to measure the success of these anti-illegal drug programs ay yung taking away the illegal or illicit drugs from the streets, Barbara said in a previous press briefing last Wednesday. Pagka ikaw ay nakukuha ng langdang droga outside the reach of the dependents, the youth and others, hindi ba successful yun? Added Barbers, who is also House Committee on Dangerous Drugs chairperson. The lawmaker was referring to President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s report during his 2024 State of the Nation address, SONA, where he revealed that more than 97,000 drug suspects have been arrested, including 6,000 high-value targets, further broke it down into 440 government employees, 42 uniformed personnel, and 77 elected officials. Okay, it is now 9:40 in the evening and koolNews Primetime will be right back. Stick around. Welcome back to koolNews Primetime. It's now 12 minutes before 10 o'clock. Franz Nika Alfonso, a 10 serious student from Tondo, Manila, proved that failing the University of the Philippines college admission test couldn't hinder her from studying in her dream school. On Sunday, July 28, she graduated aludate with a 1.17 general weighted average at the University of the Philippines Diliman campus. Alfonso thought she encountered the biggest supply mishit of her life when she did not pass the APCAT in 2019. But through persistent appeals, she managed to enroll in the state university, and 5 years later, she earned the university's remarked supply, the academic costume worn during academic functions such as the commencement exercises. Despite not making it into the APCAT passers list, giving up was never an option for Alfonso. With a 2.17 sixth grade in APCAT, she remained hopeful that submitted appeals to various programs at other constituents of UP. Behind the countless interviews, appeal applications, and numerous transfers and shifting of course, Alfonso took advantage of every opportunity, even the slightest hope, until she secured a spot in public administration at her dream university. Probably, or the application, can give her a ticket out of poverty. As a child, I remember how I used to not eat much because I wanted to save up our food. We also don't have our own house and have moved between 4 rooms for rent since I was a child. Living in Tondo, I also had to endure studying while my surroundings were noisy and the people in our barangay were always singing in videoke, she said in a Facebook post. This library she thought of when she didn't make it into the APCAT passers list and felt into finally wearing a supply UP's symbol of years of hard work. During her stay at the university, she hoped that determination and grit can help one survive hopeless days, and that poverty is truly a hindrance to success. In the first place, access to high-quality education shouldn't be this hard to achieve. The lack of access to education and poverty are just two of the many structural issues in our society. We shouldn't accept this reality as it is. Instead, we should fight to change this reality, she stated in her Facebook post. The rest are just headlines. Yeah, the rest are just a recap. Okay, at least 16 of 52 transport cooperatives in Northern Mindanao have signed a manifesto decrying Senator Rafi Tuvo and Senate President Cheese Escudero for moving for the temporary suspension of the government's public transport modernization program. Thus, Bienvenida Escobedo, co-vendor of the Unity Walk for PTMP in Northern Mindanao, said that supposedly the local public transport route plan will be implemented in the city on August 1, but due to the Senate resolution signed by 22 senators and the city government's focus on the Lake Galay Festival, it was moved to September 1st. She said that the group will participate in the synchronized National Unity Walk on August 5 that will ask President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. to forego the suspension. The PTMP is a cornerstone of our collective effort to modernize and enhance public transportation, ensuring it meets the growing demands of our community. The suspension of this program poses significant risk to our progress, and we must unite to present a strong, unified front against these challenges, Escobedo said. While minority groups like Manibela and Piston are making their voices heard, it is imperative that we, as a majority, make our presence felt and our voices heard even louder. This is our moment to demonstrate our collective strength and commitment to advancing our transportation system, she added. Presently, there are 151 modern jeepney units plying various roads in the city, funded by loans from a government bank upon the consolidation of the road plan. Escobedo noted that about 90% of public utility vehicle operators are now consolidated. just a heads up for those who are going out tomorrow. Well, some roads in Metro Manila will be closed from Friday evening till next week due to blocking and repair works, the Manila Development Authority (MMDA) said. The repairs will be carried out by the Department of Public Works and Highways in the following areas starting at 11 p.m. on August 2 to 5 a.m. on August 5. So here are the affected locations, starting with Caloocan City is Jensen Miguel eastbound between Bisig ng Kabataan to A. Mani Street, first lane from sidewalk. At Southbound Plus Lane after Aliat Tunnel. For Quezon City is Tandan Sora after Goliath High School to Alan Bean, second lane from sidewalk. At Southbound after West Avenue to after MRT North Avenue Station, fourth lane from center. At northbound and next to Iglesia Ni Cristo, first lane from center. At northbound Quezon Avenue to Phil M. Footbridge, second lane from sidewalk. At southbound from Salangin Street to West Avenue, fourth lane from center. Mindanao Avenue after Soya U-turn, truck lane. Commonwealth Avenue southbound Don Joes to Artigal, first lane from center. And EDSA southbound Ladutan to Bangsalangin, fourth lane from center. The affected roads will be fully passable by 5 a.m. on Monday, August 5. Motorists are advised to take alternative roads, the MMDA said. And finally, with entertainment showbiz news, Filipino vlogger Rosman Tan shared that she realized she's already reached what she could afford to spend 1 million pesos to 2 million pesos in a day. For me, I think my expenses in a day run to 1 million, which I never earned before, she told Kevin Davila in an interview. Then underscored that she handled many businesses before, but it was only through lip selling during the pandemic that her income skyrocketed, and now she can afford to spend 1 million to 2 million pesos in one day. I had a lot of businesses. There was a pet shop, some place, a restaurant, a drugstore, a fish store. They almost ever operated at the same time, but I never earned so much. But now imagine the 1 million or 2 million sometimes. I just spend it in one day. When asked if she already considers herself a billionaire, Tan was well than to answer. But stressed she's funny that people think about her in that way. It's flattering that they think that way. But one thing sure is I want is to make money for the future of my children and the people who depend on us. The social influencer also clarified previous statement that she earns around 30 million pesos per day from her skincare brand and the products she endorses, saying that the income is distributed to a lot of people. I am affiliated with my distributors and the I'm not done. And the income goes to them. I just get a percentage as I do a live seller. Tan also revealed that she now has 10 resorts and more than 30 land titles under her name. She and her husband also own around 7 luxury sports cars. And that is it for koolNews Primetime tonight, as we will be leaving the last 3 minutes for our technical team to prepare for the next Cool FM show, which is Asper's Cafe. That's coming up next. And you can get in touch with us at tvh.philippines.news@gmail.com. And we will be back tomorrow with koolNews Early Edition via Hello Pilipinas. Yes, via Hello Pilipinas on weekends, which is tomorrow morning. Until then, I am Cairo. I hope you have a fantastic night, and we will see you tomorrow. Good night.